What's going on YouTube? Three Sons RC come back at you with a quick bench video now. There are a lot of videos out there about how to strengthen your RC body. I even have one out there, but this is a specific body. We got the Arma Outcast 8S, and it's got a lot of sharp, jagged edges, and it is very difficult to actually handle a body like this, especially with the Shoe Goo, right? So I'm going to go through how I actually go about doing handling a body like this, and I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm not going to do everything, but I'm going to show you how to do it, so that way you kind of know how to strengthen your body and how to specifically handle this awesome body. Now, what do you need for this project? So you need the drywall tape. I got this Fibba tape. We got scissors, Shoe Goo. For a body of this size, you need about 3. I've done 2 already, and I'm going to touch it up with about another half tube at least. And then I have a glue gun with a couple glue sticks and your isopropyl alcohol and a rag. You get your isopropyl alcohol, dab it, wipe it all down, make sure it's nice and clean so that way everything sticks, right? You want to make sure to do this in a fully ventilated area. I would never do this in my living room. I do it out in the garage, right? Anyway, so you can flip this guy over. It's all clean now. So pretend it's all clean now. Pretend that I haven't done all this stuff here already, right? So I've cleaned it all down. It's all dry. You want to work from front to back. Cut your pieces of tape to about the length you need. Place the piece of tape down up along the edge, you know, so it's nice and flush. And then take with your fingers, you want to be wearing gloves, not barehanded like I'm doing right now. Push down the tape and get it to seal up as good as it can. Now, it's not going to want to stay too well, but you want to get it to stick and try not to move it around too much. Take your fingernail and you actually run it into the crevices of the body. Then obviously have your heat gun going right now and have it on low. Grab your heat gun real quick, and after you've run your fingernail down those body panels, you're going to grab this heat gun and just lightly pulling the trigger and moving it rather quickly. Just a tiny little beat, not just a tiny bit, just a little bit down in those crevices, a little bit on the edge, and then just kind of tap it here and there. Just a tiny bit of glue in those areas over each piece, right? Then you get the next piece, lay that down. There might be some little sections where the tape's hanging over. You'll have to kind of cut it real quick so that way you can actually bend it around the corner. Then once you have the tape laid out, try not to overlap as much as you can. So you want to go from front to back, have the whole thing laid out with all your tape, keeping in mind that you want to hit up all the little crevices really well. All the little body panels, all the corners. Now, a couple things you want to make sure to not do. Don't leave the glue gun sitting on the body for a long time. It will burn through the body. It will make it deformed. You don't want to do that. You want to be moving at a good pace, you know, just kind of tapping and scribbling with it very lightly. Don't pull on the trigger too much. Also, don't fill corners and crevices with big globs of glue gun tape. It will deform and melt the body and can mess up. If you hold this on here too long too, it can melt the paint, the glue can melt the paint. So you want to be moving at a good pace, hit up this area really good, the bumper like crazy, all these little nooks and crannies laid out with one layer really good, right? Then what you're going to do is with gloves on, not like bare hands like I have right now, you're going to grab the glue, you're going to hold it in this hand, you're going to take a little bit of glob of glue, and you're just going to start running it down the seams. Grab a little bit more, run it down, and just what you're going to kind of do, you don't want to lay it on too thick. You're just going to kind of push it over the areas and make sure you get it down into the crevices, right? And keep working each body panel and kind of work in a spread out pattern. So you want to start over here and kind of work your way across the body, all right? There might be places where it's going to come back up. Maybe hit the glue gun. don't go super thick because you can always come back and add more layer later. Now you can see these areas in the back. I've been very careful to get one solid layer over here, and I've actually come back and done 2 up to 3 layers. 1 layer of the Shoe Goo drywall tape, right? Then you come and lay your Shoe Goo on top of that, right? Let it dry, and then you can come back afterwards and put down in a little bit more of the tape in certain areas that you know are prone to cracking, prone to breaking. And you can take, in this gap right here, you can take extra Shoe Goo and put a glob of it down in there. If you've already got the drywall tape there, you could put extra Shoe Goo down there, just not glue from this guy. Hot glue from this guy in that corner will melt that corner and deform it, and you'll be not happy. It's a great solution. It really strengthens the body, and I think this is the best solution. I have in the past used Gorilla Tape, and that works well. This really becomes one with the actual body. And there are a lot of great videos about this, but some of them are really long, so I try to condense everything down and show you how to actually do this yourself. So hopefully this is helpful. 3 Sons RC, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it.